Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian welcoming you to a brand new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 21, a tour through history. Thank you very much to everybody who voted on a new team to play. No one said you wanted to keep me with the Pirates, so I'm going to stay long enough for us to win all of our awards, and then I will switch. Mostly because I don't know who Deacon Phillip is. Oh, yes, I remember this issue. Whatever. I'll just torch the team before I leave. I could just be a massive dick, right? I could just release everybody. That'd be pretty funny. I don't care. Stop bothering me. I just want to see how many awards we won. Hey, we got reliever of the year. Very nice. It's the first time we've ever had it. I got an achievement for it. Well, an OOTP achievement, not the Steam achievement, because I'd actually done it with another series. Any Silver Sluggers? Larry McLean, Joe Tinker, Bob Bescher. And I doubt I won an MVP. I didn't get any gold gloves this season. That makes me sad. But that's fine. And now, so I messed with my mouse sensitivity the other day. There we go. That's better. I hit a button by accident on my mouse, and it was driving me crazy. But I'm glad I figured it out. So we're going to go to quit job, and then we're going to find a new job, a better job. Now, as you all recall, there were two options that I gave everyone. I said we could go with the Detroit Tigers, the Boston Red Sox, or stay with the Pirates. And nobody said they wanted me to stay with the Pirates, which is fine. That makes sense because that's also what I was kind of thinking. And here's the interesting thing that happened. I had 6 people comment on the video, and half of them said go Boston, half of them said go Detroit. Which is fine. Which means it's up to me. And I'm sorry for the one person who said they hated the Red Sox, so that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to tell you why. It's a very simple reason. We've already played as Detroit. And that's what it comes down to for me. I want it to be completely brand new. Boston Red Sox, let's go. Nice 3-year contract. And the owner tells me he wants you to win a pennant in the next 5 seasons. Increase attendance, maybe. Get someone who won an MVP award, okay. Better defense, better catcher, at least 500. What do we have to work with? By the way, I love this. A giant red sock with the name Boston on it. Mwah. That's brilliant marketing, right? We do have one Hall of Famer in Zach Wheat. That's not nothing. So, we start with Orville Overall, who is a reasonably good pitcher. So it's nice to know we have one good pitcher. Whole bunch of meh. We have Doc Hoblitzel, who seems like a nice little first baseman. It's a bit of a shame that he's not achieved his true power yet, but I'm sure he will someday. We have Mike Mowry, a very nice young third baseman. He's got decent defense. I don't like the range, but at third base, range isn't as important as it is at, say, shortstop or center field. So I would be happy to let him continue to play there until we get somebody better. We do have Shayno Collins. Seems like a right nice lad. Wait, what? Oh, no. It's Johnny Bates. Here's our franchise cornerstone. Seems like a very good dude. Nice hitter, gets on base. Pretty good defensively, yes. And we have Zach Wheat. How many fucking left fielders does one team need? Now, I can see why Boston has been stuck in mediocrity for so long because they keep drafting outfielders, and it's the only thing they've been selecting. Yikes. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. First off, you're shifting to right field. Zach Wheat can only play left, and we want to make sure that he's playing every day because he's awesome. He's truly fantastic, and this is the cornerstone of our great team. Vin Campbell, I don't like you being in center. I don't like you being in center at all. You're a great hitter, but dude, you cost us a win and a half in the field last year. So trading Campbell is actually somewhat high on my list, but we really need to improve at several positions. Most importantly, we need to stop drafting outfielders. Like, we have so much invested in just outfielders, it's a little bit ridiculous. So we have a really decent young outfield. Is it as good as the Yankees? Absolutely not. But it might be someday. We might be, roughly speaking, in a good position. But there's still a lot of room for improvement here. A lot of room. How did the Red Sox do last year? Let's find out. Give me war. Bates was awesome. Campbell a little bit less so. Wheat, Maury, Hoblitzel, Sid Smith was fine, I guess. But then we played Dutch Meyer, who was just a garbage tier player. Yeah, players being so bad they cost you 4 wins. Oh my lord. Okay, step 1. Will anyone give me literally anything for Dutch Meyer before I just cut him? Anything remotely intriguing will be accepted for this god-awful waste of a uniform. Dode, you're in. Welcome to the Boston Red Sox. I don't care if fans are unhappy. That dude sucked. Boston, no wonder you've been so terrible. This guy has been one of the worst shortstops in the major leagues, and you did nothing to upgrade the position. Come on, guys. Are you fucking kidding me? He's awful. There's nothing about him that is remotely redeemable. By the simple fact he decided to pick up a bat and play shortstop, he has made the Boston Red Sox worse by almost 18 wins. It would have been far better had he picked up another sport like, for example, croquet, or football, or high-speed competitive ping pong. One of those things would have been lovely. But not baseball. I don't need to hire any coaches. I mean, the guys I have aren't great, but we'll figure something out. Pat Flaherty? No, it's Patsy Flaherty I was thinking of. Right? No, this was my... Oh, this is Pat Flaherty, the third baseman, not Patsy Flaherty, the pitcher. They used to play for me, though. So, we've got a lot of work to do. But we have a pretty important tool with which to do it. Namely, we have the number 3 overall pick. Who is in this draft? I mean, we have Grover Cleveland Alexander. Or Old Pete Alexander. That is Grover Cleveland Alexander, right? It's called him Pete. Or we can upgrade a catcher. We could get a guy like Steve O'Neill. Max Carey, he was in the Hall of Fame. Is Steve O'Neill in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he is. I don't think he turned out to have that great a career in real life. Yeah, he was okay. Alright, let us advance to Hall of Fame voting. Wait, what? Did we, like, offer every bad reliever a contract? I don't care. I just don't. Like, I genuinely don't care if all these jerks sign. In fact, is there anyone actually good that I could sign? Is Otto Williams terrible? You knew he was. I don't know why I asked. Now, let's wait and see what we get in the draft, but I think we'll probably make a trade. Stop. Why were we offering this person people contracts anyway? You would give me Jack Bliss, a not terrible catcher, in exchange for a starter who's whatever, and a pitcher who's whatever. I mean, I don't really care, but I also have other ways to get a catcher, potentially. Ah, yes, Dode Chris. I forgot about you. If we're going to be competitive, I think the lineup as it is okay. It's maybe not perfect, but it is okay. We do need a new shortstop. I wonder if we could trade a guy like Eddie Grant. I think we'll try. I know your name is Harvard Eddie, and I appreciate that you went to Harvard. But we desperately need, like, a competent shortstop, even if it means taking on some salary. Because the one thing I hope you notice that there isn't a very good shortstop in the draft. Meh. Moraine is at least good defensively. Hope Ferris is amazing defensively, but only at second. George Davis is no longer good. Freddie Parent, maybe. Maybe George Magoon. Like, Magoon is a genuinely decent shortstop. And even if he doesn't hit great, I'll take an improvement to my defense. And he might at least draw walks. Yeah, I think we'll do it. I think we'll take George Magoon. Unless someone else here sleeps out at me as an excellent shortstop. Magoon me up. Team. Where'd you go, Magoon? I was gonna make you a Boston Red Sox. And now I can't find you. Where did you go? There he is. I mean, I'd love to ask for more, but they don't have anything I want. I'm sorry that you are sad about losing Eddie Grant, but the truth is George Magoon might actually help us suck less, whereas literally nobody else would. You're going right to the majors, my dude. I'm also going to trade Roy Thomas. Because he's a garbage tier center fielder. And doubtless somebody's going to give me something of pretty tremendous value for him. I'll look at all players. We actually could use an upgrade to the rotation, too. I don't care how much money we spend. I just care that we get quality players in return. I could get Admiral Schley. Meh. Eddie Sakat? Oh. I think that's the winning offer. Like, I'm sorry that the fans are pissed off at me, but I'm trying to make us a better team. Eddie Sakat makes us a better team. There's just no disputing that. And then this gives us other flexibility to move other people along. Improvements have been made to this team already, and I love it. Alright. And these aren't short-sighted moves either. These are taking players that shouldn't have been on the team to begin with, maybe, and making significant upgrades. Hall of Fame voting. Charlie Abbey? Absolutely not. Dare I say, Abbey? Absolutely not. If you hate me, it's okay. I hate myself a little bit for that. Yeah, Pete Browning, let's just get you off the ballot. What is it about you that people find so intriguing? I don't know. I don't know. You are virtually indistinguishable as players. Let's keep looking. I will keep voting for Jesse Duryea. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but I'm going to do it. Hank Gastright has had a pretty good career. I'll vote for him too. Mickey Hughes, no question. That's an easy choice there. Jouette Meakin, yes please. Billy Nash, yes. We can always use better third baseman. Senders O'Brien, yes. I'm going to keep stumping for Germany Smith. I don't know. I still think it's funny to troll Cy Young by not voting for him. I mean, yes, he's dead. He's been dead a very, very long time. But it makes me laugh that one of the best pitchers in Major League history is just a schlub. And I guess he's better than a schlub. Rip Van Haltren, I think he'd actually cheapen the pitching a little bit. Not Bill Steinmeier, though. That's a spicy meatball. You know what? I guess I can't say. I think I'm going to drop my vote for O'Brien. No, I guess he's still worthy. Anyone who's accumulated 50 wins above replacement in my book is pretty worthy. Ted Larkin, I think no. I'm not going to vote just for the sake of voting. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone obvious. Neither of these guys really stands out to me as being definitely enshrine this guy, but don't enshrine the other. And this is the dead ball era. So unless they've won like 10 gold gloves, I'm not really all that inclined to vote for someone who has that few hits. People seem to like Fred Carroll. I will vote for Campow just because he's 153 home runs, which is pretty rare these days. I'll vote for Fred Carroll. I don't mind. I think this is good for me. I don't think there's anyone else here I feel particularly enthralled by. I like how I used to be a hard ass on the Hall of Fame when we first started doing this, but now I've become kind of a larger Hall guy. Alright, here we go. Alright. Of the players in this draft, there are apparently 4 that are considered top tier potential. Wait a minute. That's where I went to school as an undergrad, the University of Dayton. I'm going to have to draft him. There's only one of these 4 players I would not draft, and that's George Burns. The last thing we need is yet another outfielder. So it's probably going to be the best of the remaining 3 after the White Sox and the number 2 team have both picked. No, I want my scouting director, please. Oh, wow, we actually like this draft quite a bit more. There's something to be said for Max Carey, but again, I don't want to draft in the outfield. If we can't get a pitcher, I think we'll probably take O'Neill. Maybe. Red Smith is actually really good, too. We've got a ton of options. I guess I should just wait and see who gets picked. White Sox take Steve O'Neill. You take Hank Severeid. I'm going to be honest. Having one of the best pitching staffs in the majors sounds pretty damn good to me. Give me Pete Alexander right now. Let's go. I will happily take Vic Sayer with the 2nd round pick. I don't care if he is impossible. I've got so much freaking money. I will set it on fire to sign you. What else? Harry Spratt. You're terrible at playing shortstop. I know they want me to upgrade a catcher. My owner's just going to have to be disappointed for a season because I want to be a better overall, not just... I'll take some ad hoc action, though. Pete Compton? Meh. I will go ahead and select Dick Cotter. I've certainly seen worse choices. As kind of a 4th outfielder type, I can get me some Tim Hendricks. And let's see if I can't snag a high-contact pitcher. I'll take Carl Cashin for his ridiculous power. That's pretty crazy. And then give me some raw stuff. Give me Red Hoff. Why would you pick Chester as a nickname when Red Hoff is already an amazing freaking name? I don't get it, my friends. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of the draft. I don't know why I just picked on that. We want to negotiate. I would like Pete Alexander in my life. Vic Sayer, you want at least $3,200. Here you go, $5,000. Because there's no reason not to, right? There's very little that we can spend our money on in an average year. So let's go for broke. Let's blow the money. It's not my money. We're going to see a significantly upgraded bullpen, a much better pitching, a much better starting staff this year. It's going to be pretty good times in a lot of ways. And once you get Alexander, we'll probably be able to move either Richie or Smith or Henley or all 3. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Oh yeah, people are already signing. Is there anyone here that I would like to take? Not really. Nah, I'm good. Alright. No, but I don't object. Awesome. Vic Sayer signed. I knew he would. I just basically handed him a truckload of money. Pete Alexander, right to the majors. You're not going to spend 1 day in the minors. Vic, I'm actually going to go ahead and let you play a season in the minors just to improve your power. But you're definitely looking at taking over first base within 2 to 3 years. I'm pretty confident that you'll do great. All right. Kellum, you're garbage. You're gone. Hockey McHawkerson, welcome to the Boston Red Sox. Let's try to upgrade at catcher now. And we're going to go ahead and trade Richie. We'll probably end up trading Richie and Smith. Actually, what if I do trade both players? Can I get a quality catcher? And if so, how good? I could get George Gibson. George Gibson looks like a pretty damn good catcher. I think George Gibson might already be the winner. Get some veteran leadership on the team. There's also Admiral Schley, but I like Gibson better. Gibson's a better all-around hitter. Boom. And that should make my owner happy. Because I've done the thing he asked me to do. I still have Weldon Henley. He's basically going to be a long reliever. Or if someone gets hurt, he's going to start. Del Mason, you garbage. Anyone who's like actively terrible or making our team worse. We have a very respectable outfield. Very respectable indeed. I don't need this many outfielders. I just don't. I think Shayno Collins is kind of superfluous right now. Like, I don't have a spot to play him in. Keeping him would do me very little good. What would I trade him for? A shortstop? Miller Huggins, I would like you to leave now. I'm going to trade you first. Very best player I can get, that is a prospect. Steve Melter, melt me, baby. There we go. Making your team better isn't always about getting better players. It's about getting rid of the players that were holding you back. Baker, you're in. Who else is holding us back right now? We really could use a second baseman. Alright, I'm going to take Kenichi. And Shayno Collins. I can't just choose to trade them? Okay. And we're going to try to get an upgrade at second or shortstop. Or both, but let's be realistic here. I'm not going to get both of them. Alright, all infielders. And let's see what is offered to me. Hi, Steve Yerks. You look like you'd be quite an impressive specimen to have on my team. And no one else is remotely your level of talent, so boom. Could I get you for just one of these guys? If I can get you for just Konichi, then there's other things that I can do. We're going to remake this team. It's not going to take much. Who is the worst player you will take? You want Foster, you got him. I don't care. I got an amazing young 22-year-old second baseman for basically nothing. I don't care how sad that makes some of the fans. You're going to deal with it when you see how much better this team becomes. With an actually competent defense. Shayno, I have a job for you. I want you to convince... Oh, I didn't even have everything clicked. I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake. Roxy, you're not very good. I'm going to try something. I don't think it'll work. But I'm going to try something. Actually, let me check trade blocks. That's always a great place to find who people want to get rid of. I said make a trade, trading block. A shortstop, please. You're not that much better than the guy I've already gotten. Alright, new plan. Find me a hitter who plays shortstop. That's won an MVP. Because remember, that's one of the things my owner asked me to do, right? And then search. So I only have 3 choices. Honus Wagner, Joe Tinker, and George Davis. I don't want George Davis. So let's talk to the Browns about Wagner. Is there any single player I could give you? No. Fine. I'm going to offer you Shayno Collins. Doesn't move the needle. Not a surprise. I'm going to offer you my first baseman. Game. You can't. You cannot give me Honus motherfucking Wagner. No, you wouldn't. Can I get really greedy and ask for a replacement starter? Look, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna ask for Jake Thielman. You need a little bit more. You want crappy McGee here. Ooh. I need to think about this one. So what are we actually giving up here? We're giving up an outfielder we don't have a position for. Could I drop Hoblitzel? I wouldn't mind keeping him if we could. No, it's got to be Hoblitzel. That's fine. We're giving up a starter. That's true, but we're getting one in return. Could we get a better starter? Could I get Howie Kamnitz here, maybe? No, that makes it a no-go for you. That's fine. Oh, damn it, I'm still thinking in terms of 3-man rotations, aren't I? I can't give you Henley. I need a 4th guy in the rotation. You want DeMott, you can have DeMott. I'm just gonna see if I can get. No, it has to be Thielman. That's fine. So let's think about what this deal means if we pull the trigger on it. We get Honus fucking Wagner, one of the very best players in Major League Baseball. He's an amazing shortstop. He hits like a champ. Everything about him would make our team significantly better almost instantaneously. And we get a reasonably good starter. What we're trading is we're losing Shayno Collins. Who cares? I don't have a use for him right now anyway. We're losing a fairly good young first baseman, and I don't love that part, but we do have several that we can turn to. I don't love losing overall. And in fact, if anything makes me hesitate about this trade, this is it. Here's the risk. Honus Wagner is 36 years old. He is going to disintegrate at some point in the next 2 to 3 seasons, maybe even next season. And we're getting very little return apart from Wagner. But I'm going to think about this trade. I'm going to think about it real hard. I'm going to clear this trade. I'm going to go talk to the Pirates about Joe Tinker, who shouldn't cost me anywhere near as much. Who was that one reliever? You wanted DeMott, right? I'll give you George Magoon. That doesn't really do it. Could I get Merkel just out of hilarities? No. That's fine. That's fine. Doc White. No. So, this is where we are right now. I can get Joe Tinker for a lot cheaper. Or I could get Honus Wagner and be fucking amazeballs. I'm leaning towards Tinker, and here's why. Here's why I'm thinking this. We are highly unlikely to compete for a World Series title this year. Oh, you need third base. What if I offered you Andy Euler? Does that change your opinion? No? Okay. Interesting. Tinker is an amazing shortstop. He's also just now 30. But even if he's not a great hitter, he usually hits around league average. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Tinker instead of Wagner. Done. This does mean I'm going to have to find a first baseman. I could just have, like, some jerk play it for just a season. Can I trade you for a better first baseman? Oh, I still have plenty of catchers I can trade. Here you go. Smith, give me a first baseman, please. I just want someone reasonably good who can fill in for a year while I wait to see what I've got in what's his face. Nope. Maybe. Is there any first baseman on the trading block? First base, please. A guy like Dave Brain wouldn't be a bad acquisition. Although a lot of his value is defensive. This is true. I bet I could get the Phillies to par with a Jake Stahl for not too much. I could give you DeMott. You'd be all over that. What if I gave you Sid Smith? That doesn't move the needle for you. I'll just give you DeMott. It's a reliever. Why on earth would I even delay on that? Mr. Stahl, you're playing first, not left. And then I'm just going to trade Tom Needham for the very best player I can get that's a prospect that won't take up my 40. No, wow, no one wants him. Okay. I mean, he's a catcher who doesn't catch that well. I suppose that's a reasonable thing to say. You know what? I could trade him for a fourth starter. And I would actually take on salary for that. Nobody? Really? Okay. I could trade a guy like Shaw. And let's add in Stark. Oh, okay. Let's Simide then. There you go. Let's check the trade block. I do like Addie Joss, actually. I also like the idea of Waddy Lee. What would I need to give you to acquire this gentleman? Something quite good. What about a guy like Joss? Easier. You're still wanting a top quality player for him, and I'm not really willing to give that up. Yeah, I'd have to give up something I don't want to give up. We can rock with the starters we have now. I'm fine with that. Oh Lord, we've made a lot of trades. But they've been good trades, right? Been very good trades. And now we can let Vic Sayer just improve. You know what we will do? Let's go ahead and trade Let's trade Smith and Needham. And I'll get any starter that I can get for them. I won't even be picky about it. You want to give me Charlie Smith? I'll take Charlie Smith. I'll take that. Upgrade our rotation a bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and call up... I might call up Dick Cotter. Connor will be fine as a guy for a year. As a guy. Okay. Absolutely not. No, we have stupid amounts of money, right? I want 18 grand invested in scouting, and I want 18 grand invested in player development. You will not spend a single penny less. We're going to invest in this bloody team, thank you very much. And it's going to be great. Right. Stenmeyer and Hughes both made it. Browning missed short by like a couple of votes. Fair enough. I don't want Dalton. I don't want to give him up because I want at least one good quality backup outfielder. I don't even want Joe Coswell. That dude sucks. Give me Marty McHale. Done. Easy choice. Go. Draft pick signing deadline. No huge changes. All right. Bench coach, do your thing. Bench coach, do your thing. Now, we don't necessarily want to be too amazing this season. But I think we're going to be significantly better just by getting rid of dead weight. And there's something to be said, quite frankly, for just moving in the right direction. And if we can get like another top 5 pick in the draft, I think we can have ourselves... Why would I want a worse version of the player I've already got? SMH. We might have gotten a lemon in Steve Yerks. As we spend more on scouting, it looks like we're looking a bit worse for wear, but it's fine. All right, let's start setting the team up. I have 12 pitchers. I don't need 12 pitchers. I probably don't even need 10 pitchers. Boom. Henley, look, I want you to be available for long relief purposes, but Gus Donner's actually better than you are. So, Henley, you gone. This is fine for the rotation. I like pretty much all of this, actually. Except for Roy Castleton being a long reliever. The dude sucks at that role. So you're going to be long relief emergency starter. Done. I got to get rid of a whole lot of hitters, though. Alright, I have way too many outfielders. Are either of you at least mediocre at center field? Shaw is, so Miller's gone. Otto Kruger, you might have been good at one point. You're not good anymore. You're gone. Flood. Schaefer. Got me down to 3. Haber. McGann. Probably Aubrey. There we go. Boom. Down to 25. Let's nuke everything. All of the things. Alright. Batting ratings. Best contact hitter is Vin Campbell. The best overall hitter is Zach Wheat. So we're going to go ahead and Wheat is going to bat third. I think Johnny Bates is destined to be a leadoff guy. So we're going to put him at leadoff. Then Vin Campbell bats second. I like the sound of this. So Bates gets on base, maybe hits the odd homer. Campbell moves him up. Wheat knocks him in. And then let's get Stahl to hit cleanup. Then we have Maury. No, who hits fifth in this lineup? Is it really Joe Tinker? It might be. Yeah, I think it is. Tinker hits fifth, then Maury, then Yerkes. Oh, no, wait. We have George Gibson. Gibson's actually quite decent. And then Yerkes bats in eighth. Go ahead and fill up my depth chart, please. I like it. And then boop and boop. Boop and boop. We've still got a long way to go. And I'm not convinced that our lineup is going to be dominant. I love our top 3, and I think Stahl is a fine choice for now. But I think this lineup is going to struggle. I really do. But that's fine. I don't mind if we lose a bunch of games this season. This was a season about clearing out the deadwood and upgrading where we could to get quality young players who'll be with the team for a long time. The oldest starter on the team now is Tinker. Isn't that right? By like quite a bit. Actually, Stahl. And then Gibson and Tinker, both in their 30s. But that's okay. Vin Campbell is a little bit disconcerting to me because of his mediocre play at center field. And I'd love to upgrade defensively there as well, but I'm also kind of fine with it. I'm willing to punt on center field for a bit and see how things go. My owner's probably like ecstatic, right? Like, I upgraded a catcher. I got the MVP you wanted. I don't know why you think I'm going to make the playoffs this season or even next season. Remember, there's only 2 playoff spots in Major League Baseball right now. The American League pennant winner and the National League pennant winner. Players did things. Eddie Sakat got a lot better. Stahl is about the same. Mowry got worse. Tinker got faster. I guess that's kind of fun. Wheat is starting to slip a little bit, but maybe he just needs to actually play in real games. Vic Sayer just collapsed. I'm hoping he starts getting a lot better. I got a lot riding on you, my dude. But Bunny Hearn now throws harder. That's fun. Top 100 prospects. Boom, number 1 with a bullet. Pete Alexander. I was going to do a thing. I remember the thing I was going to do. I was going to say, stop bothering me. Why are you spending any money in international scouting? It gains us no benefit. Game. Yeah, why would I care about Major League Scouting? I want to dip into international scouting, which no one is doing right now. I don't think it's enabled. SMH. Did it re-enable that one rule, the color barrier? Because I definitely don't want that on. Good. I mean, I don't really care. But thanks for bothering me about it. What'd you do? Refuse? Then guess what, Germany Schaefer? You gone. Dan McGann, you gone. We're trying to make a lean, mean baseball machine. Oh, Joe Connor's going to retire. All right. You do you, my chum. You're better than Castellon. I need to fix scouting next season. Oh well. There's Zach Wheat. Yeah, it's really important not to overreact to spring training player development reports because it just doesn't end up meaning much in the grand scheme of things. There goes Vic Sayer improving. Very nice. Mr. Sayer, I would like you on my short list. I want to know when you are doing good things. Or bad things, I suppose. All I'm literally doing is waiting for you to develop your power. That is the only thing stopping you from going right to the majors. Who is Murray and why do I care? Meh. I don't care. How watery. And let's sim. We're almost a little bit too good. Like, we're not even going to pick top 10, I don't think. Oh, well. Things are happening. The better you get a catcher, the better your chance of being called up to be my backup catcher next season. I bet our lineup is holding us back, right? Oh, dear God, Jake Stahl. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Dude. What is your problem, man? Ugh. Well, I don't mind actually, like I said, I don't mind punting on this season too hard. Yeah, whatever. I'd love to get at least a top 5 pick, but because of pride, I don't think I could tank hard enough to make that happen. Like, if we just get worse, we just get worse. And if we play badly, we play badly. I don't mind too much about that. What I do mind about is, what I do mind is not getting better. Your power is dipping. That makes me sad, Sayer. Absolutely not. Okay, Vic Sayer is utterly dominating AAA. You love to see it. Who made the All-Star team from Boston? I bet Pete Alexander did. Maybe? No? Orville overall did. And Johnny Bates did. And no one else from Boston. Okay. That's fair. None of our team isn't particularly exciting. How'd the old Pirates do? Hey, Larry McLean. Fucking Trispeaker. I want Trispeaker. Oh well. Yeah, no, I'm not doing very much with the team, and it's because everything I was going to do I did in the off season. Alright, we're going to make some improvements. Aw, Pete Alexander's off the list. He's probably played too much. Alright, coaches. Minor leaguers, you never leave. Everyone else can and will be replaced, I think. I'm going to go and keep my assistant GM just because it's handy to have a scapegoat in case things go wrong. But yeah, we're going to overhaul this coaching staff in the offseason. And it might simply be a matter of promoting a bunch of players up, but I definitely want a new scouting director. Because he's just average, and I need a great scout if we're going to be a great team. This would be semi-tempting if I didn't need to keep Dalton. I think Dalton is a little too important to my team's success. So I'm gonna pass on this. Can I get Caldwell anyway for someone else? Yeah, done. actually a really good second baseman, defensively speaking. But I don't want to give up Dalton, is the thing. Bill Bradley. There we go. Jesse Baker throws harder now. That's pretty exciting. His contact's going up. His power is increasing ever so slowly. And that's why you keep Dalton, right? Like, is Dalton supposed to be a left fielder? No. Do I care? I don't. He'll figure it out. Like, left field is arguably the easiest outfield position to play. So yeah, you can easily go ahead and give Wheat a break. This is why you have multiple starting pitchers. Oh, excuse me. That was loud. Hopefully it wasn't too loud though. It's hilarious that you think that I would be sad if people got hurt. Like, I want any excuse to do worse without actually playing worse. Okay, Vic Sayer, you're looking pretty goddamn awesome right now. I think you start next season in the majors, and I think you'll be a significant upgrade over Stahl. We'll take Wheat back, I guess. I guess he's pretty good. Bench coach, I can't be bothered. Go ahead and reset everything. I don't know why you want Maury all of a sudden to be the leadoff hitter, but whatever. Like I said, I don't actually care. And hey, maybe if you make a bad lineup, we'll lose a few games down the stretch here. Alright, Sayer, lay it on me. You didn't actually do anything this particular update. That's fine. Look, let's talk about this season before we go any farther. Let's talk about what went well and what didn't go well. Johnny Bates, holy shit, he's a real good dude. Tinker was a nice addition even if he didn't hit very well. Maury was decent. Weed is starting to concern me a little bit. He's not reaching his full potential, but maybe we just need to wait on that. And he did get hurt. Vin Campbell is getting better at center, which is a nice surprise. George Gibson was a nice improvement. The most important thing that happened is we got rid of the dead weight. Like, everyone contributed to the team positively, with the sole exception of Jake Stahl, who was a pretty big mistake. And we won't be keeping him, for sure. Pitching-wise, let's check out our stats here. Pete Alexander, overall, Sakat, Smith all had great seasons. Dode Chris wasn't great. We might need to give him a smaller role, but again, he didn't pitch all that often, so meh. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of season that we needed. And if we look at our team's history, this is the second time in Major League history that Boston... No, it's actually the third. Let me be fair. Third time in Major League history that Boston has won 80 or more games. And we honestly should have won 83. But whatever. That does hurt us in terms of draft pick, though. There's no denying that. What the hell? Oh, this is... It hasn't updated because it won't do that till after the season. That's right. And then until the end of the playoffs, the Highlanders won, defeating the Giants. Average score, my ass. Come on, bro. I did all of the things. Ooh, we ended up first. Very nice. All right. 2 players retired. And we're going to be overhauling the coaching staff. Tim Hendricks. Nice. I did not anticipate you looking very good. Very nice. Alright. So, very first thing we're going to do. Stop. Oh, no, I actually don't care, because we're going to be getting a new scouting director, aren't we? But yeah, I want it at 40% amateur, 20% major, 30% minor. Let's make it 50% amateur. Hell. Great draft picks make great teams, right? There you go. Now, scouting director is the most important hire. Don't give me GM ratings. Give me scout ratings, you miscreants. A guy like Lefty Johnson sounds pretty good. He's not amazing, but he's pretty solid. And he might get better over time. Now let's look to promote from within. How would the Red Sox do with Andy Swan as the bench coach? How would you get along with the Red Sox? Zach Wheat doesn't like you a huge amount, but other than that, I'm good with this. Promoted. Billy Crowell, promoted. Jim Halpin, wait for it, promoted. We have a much better front office now, potentially. And now we just have to hire some folks. I want coach tendencies, some with a good reputation. Perfect. Harry Stovey. Welcome to the Memphis Anglers. Pitching coach. I want someone who likes power pitcher, so Sam Weaver, come on down. You really want to come back just to play in AAA? Sure, I'll bring you back as my AAA hitting coach if you really want to stay in the organization that badly. Who am I to tell you no? Excellent. Ooh, we got a gold glove. Joe Tinker, very nice. And Johnny Bates. Wonderful. Let's instantly turn off this nonsense. I can have an even bigger budget. Do it. I'm going to spend every cent we have on scouting and player development until I have a reason not to. Very nice. Oh, joy. I should almost certainly get Rookie of the Year with Pete Alexander. There we go. Oh, damn, was actually a tie? Neat. Also, I did not expect Orval overall to win the Cy Young Award. He did go 25-12 and lead the league in ERA, BABIP, and hits per 9, but I did not expect that. Neat. We're going to get any MVP votes? Probably not. I'm sure we'll get some. Like, at least one Boston Red Sox player will get a vote. But yeah, it's hard to argue against a guy who hit 400. Overall got some votes, as did Johnny Bates. Man, Ty Cobb won the Slash Stat Triple Crown. That's some bullshit. We're going to have a really hard time breaking through to the playoffs, I think. Hall of Fame voting. You say your name is Honest Jack. I don't know if I believe you. Tom Daly, definitely. No hesitation there. Denny Lyons, definitely. Look at that. He played his whole career with one team. I like seeing stuff like that. Hank O'Day, absolutely. And I think I'm good with the rest of this. There's no one else here that I'm staring at and saying I definitely want to vote for them or not. Alright, take me up to the draft. Did I get a top 10 pick? Barely. 9th overall is still pretty good, though. No, my scout. I would love to get my hands on a guy like Ray Chapman, but he's going to be gone by the time I pick. It's just something I'm going to accept. Seeing that name always makes me a little bit sad, though. For those of you that aren't aware, Ray Chapman was the shortstop for the Indians, and he was actually killed by a pitch during the 1920 season. And the Indians won the World Series that year, thanks to Joe Sewell, who filled in at shortstop and became a Hall of Famer. But yeah, his name always makes me a little bit sad. Let's see who is left when I get to pick. Okay. Jim Vioxx is an absolutely god-awful second baseman. Which is a shame, because he's going to be a monster hitter, right? A guy like Ray Schalk wouldn't be a terrible choice. Get ourselves a good young catcher, let him develop. I'm not picking another outfielder. Please stop. There's also an argument to be made that we could use a starting pitcher upgrade, maybe? Oh, look, it's one of the worst Hall of Famers in the major leagues. I meant Rabbit Moranville, not Casey Stengel. I love Jim Vioxx as a hitter. I think he's going to be an amazing top tier hitter. But he's so terrible at second. I mean, I guess I could make him a first baseman or something, but I don't think I can take him. I think I'm going to take Shulk. And we're going to let him develop, and we're going to see how he turns out. I think that's the right call. If Vioxx had still been around in the second round, I would have taken him without hesitation, but oh well. I will definitely take some Ray Keating action. I would love nothing more. Unless Cooper's better. Cooper is better. Didn't you pitch for the White Sox for a long time? No, you didn't pitch for them at all. See, I should stop guessing. I don't know these players except for the Hall of Famers as well as I do others. Hell, I'll take Keating too. You can't stop me. This person's name is Bunny, which is hilarious. Let's take Bunny Brief. Nobody names their children Bunny anymore. It's probably for the best. If your name is Bunny, go ahead and comment. Tommy Thompson is just boring. That's not even a good name. It's the laziest possible name. Like, our last name's Thompson. What should we name our kid? Tommy. Come on, do better. Yeah, we've got some really good talent that's going to eventually become truly exceptional. We didn't get much in the way of offense this draft, except for Shulk, but we're going to let Shulk... He's going to develop a nice long time. I'm not going to rush him to the majors. The catcher we have now is perfectly fine. And yeah, I think Shulk made the Hall of Fame too, but I think he's also considered one of the worst choices. Maybe not. I know he's part of the Black Sox. The 1919 White Sox team that actually allegedly threw the World Series. Although I'm actually pretty sure that they did. I'm relatively certain that's actually been proven by now, but maybe it hasn't. Who's to say? I'll tell you what I'm going to say, and what I'm going to say is, Sayer, you're in the majors, my bro. Because Stahl is a dumpster fire. Give me absolutely anything of value, and you can have Jake Stahl for your very own. You want to give me a relief pitcher like Clyde Goodwin? Let's do it. I don't care if fans are unhappy. Maybe they should suck less. I'm just saying, bro. And with like redonkulously high potential, that's an interesting player. Nope. Then away we go. Wow, Cincinnati. How much must you suck to want Billy Purtell on your team? Yikes. Pete Browning made the Hall of Fame. That's good news. Oh, he won it as a Boston Red Sox. Well, there you have it. Didn't I draft Tom Daly? No, I never played as one of the New York franchises. Very nice. Like, he's the worst defender in Major League history, but he was such a damn good hitter that you couldn't turn him away. 1,100 walks at this stage in Major League history is a frankly ridiculous number of walks. Like, I guarantee you Pete Browning either leads all time in walks or he's awfully close. He's only 11th, damn. Holy shit, Jack Crooks. You lead the majors in walks, and yet you haven't been able... That's a shame. All right. No. I like Dick Egan, but I'm not convinced that Yerkes isn't as good, if not better. And that's ultimately why this deal fails for me. So I'm going to have to say no to that deal. You can cut my budget. I don't even care, Willie. You do you. You're not giving me bad offers. It's just I don't feel motivated to move on from Dalton right now. Especially if Zach Wheat turns out to be fragile, I can have Dalton spell him at left field every now and again. Oh, did Dalton get any better at left? He's basically as good as he was in center field, so yeah. Game. Stop. Who would I like to give a spring training invite to? Hoff for sure. Ann Hendricks. Cooper. I don't have a backup catcher, so Cotter. And I think that'll do. I don't think there's anyone else. Keating, no, Keating, you can have a chance. Brain Melter, the more the merrier. Not Shulk. Shulk, you're staying in the minors. You're gonna improve, and then I'll probably call you up in 2 to 3 seasons. But I'm not rushing you. I think you'll be pretty special at some point. Yeah, this is not the lineup we're going with into the actual season itself, but I'll change that later. Again, don't lose your shit when you see these initial responses. It's never going to matter. Typically, by the time you actually start the proper season, you're going to see a significant improvement. Man, Jesse Baker, you keep getting injured. I was going to call you a terrible Secretary of State, but then I remember that was James Baker, and they actually did a fairly good job, all things considered. So, there goes my hilarious political joke. Oh, Jesse Baker. All right. Pitchers. Chris, you garbage. Although you're actually a fairly good hitter. Interesting. You're not a bad outfielder. Dude, I'm going to make you into an outfielder. Oh, here you go. Left field. Yeah, dude. You can stay on the roster now. I was going to get rid of you. Smith, no. Although, no. You can leave now. Stovall, no, thank you. How many pictures that leave me with? 11. Caldwell, I'm gonna send you to the minors. No. Melter goes back. Keating goes back to the minors. He's only 18. There we go. And then, yeah, Cooper, you made the Major League roster. I wasn't anticipating that, but you're just a really good choice for the fourth starter. As did Melter, as did Hoff. Cotter, you get to make it by default, because I just need someone to be the backup catcher, right? I can't have no backup catcher. Hendricks, no. Murray, I'm going to trade you, and let's see if I can't get a decent prospect out of you. Nobody wants you? That's fine. I'll just go ahead and waive you. Now that I know Dalton won't embarrass himself in center field, I kind of don't want Shaw anymore either. Anyone interested in Shaw? Give me Roy Witherup. There we go. I think we're now down to 25. We are. I don't know why we still have Euler on the roster. I guess someone needs to do it. Opening day. Now. Let me make sure that you're not pitching anymore, because I don't want you to. I just want you to be an outfielder. Nobody in the Boston Red Sox. Big sad. We're the number 5th team, though. Number 5th? The number 5 team. Why did I say number 5th? That doesn't make any sense. Nugget, please. Look, overall, you won the Cy Young Award last year. Then Pete Alexander. Then Eddie Saccott. And then Wilbur Cooper, I think, would be an excellent choice for our 4th starter. Caldwell's going to be emergency starter, long relief. Hoff, you're going to be my dude. My stopper, and everyone else is going to do the middle relief thing. It's going to be great. Lineups. Wilbur Cooper is not ever going to be a hitter for us. Please stop. No two-way player. I don't mind using two-way players. I just don't think he's a good choice. Not at all. All right, clear them all. And let's start thinking about who to bat where. All right, the best hitter on the team is actually Johnny Bates. From top to bottom, he's the best. I should have had him as my number 3 hitter last year, but instead I made him my leadoff guy. You're my number 3. Zach Wheat has raw power that no one else on the team has. You're my cleanup guy. Vic Sayre, you're not a power hitter yet, but you will be soon, so I'm going to bat you 5th. Ironically, Dode Chris is an amazing hitter. I just don't know where to play him. Do I have a good leadoff hitter here? I don't. Like, Vin Campbell hits for so much contact that he's kind of the only choice I can think of, but I don't like his overall skill set as much. Maury, you know what? I think he'll be okay as a number 2 hitter. Number 6 hitter is going to be Yerks, then Tinker, then Gibson. I would like Dalton to also be the backup left fielder. Please. And I think this is mostly fine. I do kind of want to start rotating people a bit more frequently. So I'm going to go ahead and let Dalton play once every 10 days at left and once every 10 days at right. To give Wheat and Bates a little bit more rest than they're used to getting. Because they're too important to the team, right? We can't afford to lose them. So we're going to do a copy. Paste and a paste. And then we're going to start the season. Oh, did I put everyone on the 40-man that has to be on there? Yes. Perfect. The only reason Alexander's my number 2 starter, by the way, is just because overall won the Cy Young last year, and I feel like he's earned it. But other than that, nah, fam. It's Alexander. This is the least surprising news ever. I'm going to take you off of the thing there. Yes, I understand that he is tired. Please stop. Ooh, Zach Wheat was the best hitter in April. Very nice. Oh, damn, look at Ray Schalk trying to force the issue nice and early. Holy shit, dude. Wonderful. Go to the minors. Alright, here's what we're going to do, guys. Whenever we play the Highlanders, you're all going to carry lead pipes, and you're going to go after Ty Cobb at every possible opportunity. That is our key to winning a pennant, is not assassinating Ty Cobb, but definitely injuring him. Because that's our only key to a pennant, right? Is we just have to get really hot at the right time. The Browns are putting up a fight, too. There's going to be like a proper pennant race this season, right? I will figure that stuff out here in a second. All-Star Game rosters. Pete Alexander. Vic Sayer. Joe Tinker. Zach Wheat. Johnny Bates. Nice. God, look at that loser Ty Cobb. Only hitting .296 this season. I think you should cut him. New York, you should cut him. Cut him now. Let us talk to our coaching staff. I never signed a manager. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Here, you know what? John Clarkson. Someone had to do it. And I think I missed that my old manager retired. Extensions for all of you. Jim here, let's get you signed to a nice long-term extension. And Andy Swan's doing a pretty good job. Let's bring you back. Like, here's what's interesting. If Sayer never develops power, he's still an incredibly valuable player to us. But I bet he will. I bet we're just waiting for him to break out. And then we'll be extremely pleased with that. Oh, good. Disagree. However, remember the rule. If you sign for 1 year, you never leave. There are worse fates than, I guess, being a AAA manager. That's not nice, game. Do we even have another shortstop? I have Aubrey. But he's the worst. Waiver wire. Save me. That's not saving me. Free agency. Save me. There's nobody there. Fuck. Does anyone have a shortstop on the trade block that I could get for not too much? Lee Tannehill. Hey, you want Tracy Baker? You're good. I'm going to move up Gibson, and then Tannehill, you're going to bat 8th. Move up Gibson, and Tannehill's going to bat 8th. Perfect. Is he as good as Tinker? He is not, but he's only here for until Tinker is healthy again. Shulk is utterly dominating minor league baseball. That's pretty hilarious. But I'm going to wait. God damn it, really? What is with fucking oblique strains? Here, George Magoon. You're just gonna kinda pretend to play shortstop for a bit. Until you inevitably also get an oblique strain, because that's apparently the trendy injury right now. Is every shortstop just randomly gets an oblique strain. He just got a contusion. He'll be fine. Tinker is back. Magoon. There we go. Onward we go. Nope, now it's a pitcher's turn for an oblique strain. What the hell are you guys doing? $2,500 hits for Frank Chance. I don't like that he's doing it because the Yankees are my mortal nemesis. Sorry, the Highlanders. But, you know. Anything here? Not hugely. Oh, wow. What the fuck is wrong with Wilbur Cooper? Could your power increase, please, Mr. Sayer? You're otherwise an amazing player. I can't believe we're catching Ty Cobb on a down year, and yet the Highlanders are still crushing us. Mostly because the rich get fucking richer, and Eddie Collins Sr. decides I'm going to hit 375. Zach Wheat and Johnny Bates are arguably two of the best hitters in the majors, but it's just not good enough. Not against the goddamn Highlanders. Hooray. Stop starting fights, Sayer. I'm still would like... I would like a very detailed investigation into how the Highlanders got this redonkulous fucking team. Like, how on earth do you get Eddie Collins and Ty Cobb and Harry Hooper and still have a reasonably good pitching staff? Like, their pitching staff isn't the greatest, right? But it's still reasonably good. I mean, Ty Cobb is having a down year, and we still can't compete with him. Oh, thank you for taking my promising young pitcher and crippling him. That's exactly what I wanted. You're being a jerk, game. There's some good players in this draft, but there's not any like mega superstars either. Good lord, let's get a little variety here. So it almost have to be the Highlanders and the Giants in the World Series. How can I do better? Please explain that to me. How can I do better? We extended my contract. And Ray Schalk ended up as the number 4 player. So that's pretty good news. Oh, great. Now they're officially the Yankees, which means I hate them even more now. So let's talk about what went well this season. First of all, every hitter in the top 6 had an amazing season. Well, Maury not so much, but which is really great news. Our starters were had a little bit of an issue, except for Overall and Pete Alexander, except for his injury. Here's our big issue. We're in the same division as the Yankees. No, that is a big issue, but it's not the big issue. We have several players that are at or near their peak, and we don't have a lot of obvious players that are going to be getting significantly better. Sayre is one of them. I have every confidence that in the very near future, Sayre's going to start hitting home runs at a relatively common rate. Once he starts doing that, we're off to the races. Zach Wheat turned in his very best season, led the league in slugging, and led the league in home runs. Awesome. Vin Campbell remains kind of a thorn in my side. Because he's a fantastic hitter, and he's a god-awful center fielder. Maury is the opposite. He's a really good fielder, but he's not the best hitter. Johnny Bates had a good season. We have a lot of offensive talent. What we need to do is we need to start seeing our pitching carry that offensive talent, and I think... Let me check FIP. Your FIP is lower, but you're a ground baller. Yours is lower. You're kind of average. You basically just turned in an exact duplicate of your last season. You just got hit a little bit harder. Yeah, I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do as far as upgrading this team to a point where we can be competitive with the Yankees. Is it just keep investing in pitching? Maybe. Hendricks is such a good all-around center fielder. I love Campbell. But if I can trade him for a massive upgrade somewhere else on the team, I kind of think I have to do it. Because look at Hendricks, right? Hendricks is at least 80 to 90% of Campbell. A much better center fielder. I'm going to end this episode by trading Campbell. I want the absolute best player I can get for Campbell. I want to be blown away with amazing offers. I mean, Ray Collins or Jim Scott would be excellent. I could get George Burns. I mean, he'll be awesome someday, but just not yet, maybe. I'm looking at Blues right now. Olaf Hendrickson. Meh. I can do better. Hippo Vaughn. Maybe. looking at Larry Cheney. I meant to look at Jim Scott. Damn. I think it's clear that if I do trade Campbell now, I need to trade him for several quality players. Like, Campbell or Collins would be the beginning of the package. Alright, I think I'm going to pick... Scott has too much upside. He has extremely high upside. I think we go with Scott. And I'm expecting to get a couple more prospects out of this. Could I get Ray Chapman? Probably not, but I'd like to try, actually. Oh, you just drafted him, so I can't have Ray Chapman. That's fine. No one there. What else would I actually want? I guess that's a fair question, isn't it? Who else is worth adding to this team? Maybe I just make this trade straight up. Like, let's just get an embarrassment of riches at starting pitching. And then improve the team by having Hendricks play center. I mean, I want more, but they just don't have more to offer me. Like, could I get Al Bridwell? Maybe, but do I actually want him? I'm not sure. And the big thing that Scott does, right, is he makes other starters a bit more fungible. Look at this rotation I have right now, and then realize Pete Alexander is hurt. Cooper didn't have a great Major League debut. Maybe I sent him to the minors to work on his control. I have a lot more flexibility with that. And Hendricks, I think, is going to be a fantastic center fielder. I think he's just going to be a really great, tremendous player. There's still places we could upgrade. But I think a lot of it is just letting the youngsters get better. And making sure that our rotation is so damn good that nobody can slow us down. Like, overall, Scott, Sakat, and Alexander is a mind-blowingly good rotation. I think this was an excellent trade. I think it's really given us a leg up on our rivals. We had the best season in Red Sox history. Did we finish anywhere near the playoffs? You know that we didn't, because the Yankees cheat. As long as they have players like Cobb and Collins and Chance and Hooper and Snodgrass and Maury Rath, as long as they have all of these ridiculously good players, batters rather, we're essentially doomed. Like, I do not have the raw talent to handle the Yankees. Look at how many players have it in the 80s, right? They have 2 80s, 2 70s, multiple 60s. If we switch to the Red Sox, for instance, we have 0 80s, 1 70, and then a bunch of 60s and 50s. I think we need to make... I don't know where we can even make proper upgrades, to be honest with you. Do we call up Schalke? Or do we give him another season in the minors to season a bit? I don't know the answer to that. But yeah, they just have more talent than we do. That's the truth. And unless something happens to change that equation, like their players getting hurt or whatever, the Highlanders are probably going to win like 12 pennants in a row. And we're just going to have to contend with being a second fiddle team until something big happens. Most likely, when did divisional play happen? When did we start having divisions? When did... I'm checking on my phone. Major League Baseball start divisional play. No, that's not what I meant. That's 1995. When did it go to 2 divisions? I'm checking Wikipedia. I want to say it's in like the 50s. 1969. There we go. Before 1969, there was, yeah. So there we go. So we're basically going to be trapped behind the Yankees, most likely, for 60 days. Or for 60 years, rather. And so, you know what? That's fine for right now. That's fine. And I'm going to definitely think long and hard about where we go from here. Because that's one of the biggest weaknesses of the pre-free agency era. Is once you got a super team, it was almost impossible to lose it because of the reserve clause. The reserve clause gave you so much power because you can essentially have players as long as you want them. And contracts weren't guaranteed, and they were perpetually renewing. So, I will have Jim Scott until I don't want him anymore. Is essentially how that works. And while that's great, it also makes it impossible for you to compete with really big, powerful franchises like the Yankees. Like, I have no doubt that we're going to finish second or third for the next several seasons. But until or unless there's an injury to multiple Yankees players, which I just don't think is a realistic hope, I don't see us winning a pennant. That'll eventually get frustrating. It's not now, but it'll eventually get frustrating. Oh, look at how bad the Pirates look now. What have you done, Pittsburgh? How have you taken the wonderful gift I gave you and then basically shat it away? That's very unfortunate. Was Joe Tinker secretly the key to that team being amazing? Maybe. But, damn. But anyways, I'm probably complaining a little bit too much. They're not going to win 106 games every season. They can't. I hope they can't. Please don't. Don't win 100 games every season. That would make me very sad. Yeah. Until next time, thank you very much for watching the series. I hope you're going to enjoy us playing with the Red Sox. It might not be very exciting in terms of us getting to the very cream of the crop, but I think we have a great chance to be very competitive for a long time to come. But until next time, this has been Vindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.